back to Sunrise on the Hill. Your turkey may still be thawing in the bathtub ahead of tomorrow's big feast if you do it that way. But the countdown to America's busiest shopping weekend of the year is already on.
I never thought about doing it in the bathtub.
Oh yeah, sometimes just fill it up, throw the turkey in.
Just in the kitchen sink. Silly us. The National Retail Federation projects nearly 187 million people will be shopping between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. That's up from 183.4 million last year. But market analysts warn shoppers may not be spending as much as they have in recent years. News Nation's Alicia Nieves is tracking this from New York City. Hello, Alicia. The lights may be twinkling, but Americans' holiday shopping budgets are shrinking. That was just for you.
And I'll continue with the analogy. They're a little dim this year, Corey, Hillary. Listen, the reality is every day that passes, I don't tell most Americans this, they're feeling it. Prices are still relatively high. Inflation has been sticky. And so what we're seeing, at least in the data, is that, the belief that many Americans this holiday season, they are going to be pulling back those purse strings as a result. A new survey and report out from the financial services firm Deloitte shows from the 2025 holiday retail survey that Americans expect to spend about 10% less than last year. And for the first time since the pandemic, shoppers say they plan to spend less on Black Friday, Cyber Monday than they did about a year ago. So not necessarily fewer gifts, but with 77% of shoppers anticipating higher prices, it looks like they're just being a little bit more selective, a bit more picky and hunting for those really good deals.
The Deloitte report points to the fact that there's some of the lowest consumer confidence since 1997. Folks are really concerned about the economy. And again, the Deloitte report says that 57% of Americans expect a weaker economy next year.
Yeah, Corey, Hillary, with consumer confidence down, we're also seeing 64% of shoppers say they're going to utilize credit cards or even those buy now, pay later services to try and stretch their budgets for the holiday season, just showing how pinched they are and having to do so on those lines of credit.
Alicia, the holiday shopping weekend comes at a real critical time for the economy. We are starting to get a little bit more data, but stores really need this to be a big season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a crunch right now to see a rush, for this Black Friday and Cyber Monday and for the rest of December, given some of the data that's come out since the government resumed. September retail sales data, that came out yesterday and showed retail sales were only up about 0.2%, rising, but that was less than expected. Another sign that consumers are feeling the pressure, can't keep up with price hikes, and that data is about 2 months old at this point. The September jobs report, that also came out last week, and it showed unemployment rate reaching a 4-year high. We're seeing this kind of sluggish economy ahead of the holiday season, so there's a hope that there's a turnaround, that people are holding their purse strings and they'll spend it right now. But I will say, while that doesn't portend, the brightest of holiday, outlooks, this weakening economic data does mean a higher probability that come December 10th, when the FOMC meets, there's a better chance that we could see a rate cut. Now that chance sitting at 85%, when just last week it was around 40%. And that'll be good for most Americans.
All righty. Alicia, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.